Hi, welcome back. Imagine this. You walk into a massive office building, hundreds of rooms, each room running a different company. But here's the twist. There is only one physical building. Welcome to the world of virtualization. Years ago, companies had a simple rule: one server, one operating system, one purpose. If you needed a web server, buy a machine, a database server, buy another, a file server, buy another. Soon, the server room looked like a noisy jungle, machines everywhere, electricity bills skyrocketing, half the machines barely used. It was inefficient, it was expensive, it was chaotic. And then, virtualization changed everything. Virtualization is the technology that allows one physical machine to behave like many separate computers. Think of it like this. Instead of building 10 separate houses, you build one huge apartment building. Each apartment feels private. Each tenant believes they live independently. But in reality, they all share the same structure. That's virtualization. Let's define the stars of this story. The host is the physical machine, the real hardware, the actual computer sitting in the data center. Think of the host as the apartment building. The guest is a virtual machine or VM. It runs its own operating system. It behaves like a real computer. But it's not physical, it's just a tenant inside the host. For example, one physical server or host is running a Windows server, guest, Linux guest, another Linux instance, guest, and maybe even an older Windows system, guest. Each guest thinks it owns the hardware, but it doesn't. Something powerful sits in between. Enter the mastermind, the hypervisor. The hypervisor is software that creates virtual machines, allocates CPU, RAM, storage, ensures guests don't interfere with each other, and controls access to hardware. If the host is the building, the hypervisor is the property manager. It decides who gets how much electricity or CPU, who gets how much space or RAM, who gets how much storage, and most importantly, it prevents one tenant from breaking into another tenant's apartment. That's critical for security. Let's say a company runs a web application, a database, and an internal HR system. Instead of buying 3 physical servers, they buy one powerful server or host. On top of it, they install a hypervisor, then create 3 virtual machines or guests. Now, if the HR system crashes, it doesn't crash the web server. If the database needs more RAM, the hypervisor can allocate it. If testing is needed, it can clone a VM in minutes. This flexibility is gold in cybersecurity, because in security, isolation matters. Now imagine the traffic increases. Your website suddenly goes viral. More users, more load, more pressure on resources. Host scalability means the host can handle increased workload by upgrading hardware. Add more RAM, more CPU cores, and more storage. The building expands upward. Scalability is about growing capacity. In security terms, scalability ensures systems remain available during high demand. Availability is part of the CIA triad. See how it connects? Now let's take it further. What if demand goes up during the day and drops at night? You don't want to permanently upgrade everything. That's where host elasticity comes in. Elasticity means resources can automatically increase or decrease based on demand. Think of it like during rush hour, extra lanes open on a highway. At midnight, they close. In cloud environments like AWS or Azure, elasticity allows virtual machines to scale dynamically. More traffic, spin up more VMs. Traffic drops, shut them down. You only pay for what you use. Elasticity is smart, automatic scaling. Scalability is the ability to grow. Elasticity is the ability to grow and shrink dynamically. Virtualization improves resource efficiency, cost reduction, disaster recovery, system isolation, and rapid deployment. But there are risks. If the hypervisor is compromised, every guest is at risk. If isolation fails, one VM could attack another. This is why securing the hypervisor is critical. For exams, remember, the hypervisor is a high-value target. Virtualization is not just about saving hardware, it is about control, flexibility, efficiency, and isolation. One machine, many computers, one manager controlling everything. Invisible, powerful, essential. And if you understand the relationship between host, guest, hypervisor, scalability, and elasticity, you're already thinking like a Security Plus professional. Here's an exam tip recap. Host is physical machine, guest is virtual machine, hypervisor is software managing VMs, scalability is ability to increase capacity, and elasticity is automatic expansion and contraction of resources. If you learned something from this video, please like and share it. I hope you will also subscribe to my channel, and I do thank you and hope to see you again with another cybersecurity video soon.